All right, hey guys, on YouTube, not sure if Facebook's up yet. Let me just check. I did try to, I tried to do a scheduled Facebook Live, and now I'm not sure what's happening. I might just need to start another one. It just keeps. Hi, Debbie, Andre, Pranav, how are you guys doing? Can anyone see me on Facebook? Hey, Mr. Dunn. I don't seem to be able to access it. The screen's just timing out.
Oh.
So I'm not sure we're on Facebook or not.
Oh.
But,
That's that one now?
yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Megan.
So who do we have?
Pranav's doing great. A bunch of
Pranav,
people. Hey,
Andre,
Stefan.
Debbie, Greg.
Just gonna refresh the Facebook page, see what happens.
The replays are on our YouTube website.
No, they're not.
They're on the Amy Milton website.
No, they're not on any website.
Where
If he's talking about the live classes. So we're gonna go over that today. So if you didn't register for the live class, you will not get a replay. Just the link comes to you from email. So that's why for the last 3 days I've been telling people to register. Register for the live class.
Or is he talking about the Facebook Lives? Is he talking about these replays? Which replays are you looking for, Pranav? Can't do it with that camera.
That's the one it's using.
And then your laptop camera is this one?
No, this is that camera.
What would Facebook Live be using?
That one. If I can get it to work. But let's just continue.
I have registered for both live classes for brown belts.
Awesome.
Yeah, usually you'll get the replay on email.
Yeah, so the live has to happen before a replay can happen.
I'm sure he's just asking ahead of time.
Yeah, but if you've registered, you'll get an email reminder from the webinar when the live is starting up. And you will also get an email when it's done being compiled and the replay is ready. And that all comes through from the webinar software directly, so you don't have to go looking for that. Anyway, we're going to keep going. Let me just bring up. So what we did yesterday, we had 2 lives play. There was the 7 and 9-year-old yellow advanced to junior black class and the 7 and 9-year-old white to yellow belt beginner class. So those people that have registered, for those classes will or should have received a email when the replay was ready, and you can use those for the next 2 classes in the week that you're scheduled for, where it says replay. You also have a kata video on the live page that you can watch, a pre-recorded Jodan kata for the beginners and pre-recorded Gaidan class for the intermediate advanced. So please do make use of those videos to practice that kata. My focus for next week is going to be more on the kata side. Today at 5 o'clock, we've got the 10 to 13-year-old advanced class. So that's red to junior black belts. Then there's going to be a Tai Chi class at 6 p.m. There's going to be an adult white to orange belt class at 7 p.m. And then the brown and black belt class at 8 p.m. So just make sure you guys get registered for all your classes. If you haven't signed up yet for the online class schedule, I included a link in the chat at the top there. And it's just a tutorial on how to get set up. So if you haven't received your coupon code for all of our existing active members, you should have received a coupon code by now. That's what you're going to use to discount the price down to 0. And I think that's it as far as scheduling stuff goes. Sensei Julie did her meditation class this morning. I was just wondering who was able to hop on to the YouTube live channel this morning. I saw we had like 19 views on it so far.
That's awesome. Did you want to bring Facebook on your phone?
No.
So, Annie was trying to get on it, but she's on. Any questions?
Any questions today?
I just saw your answer, Debbie. Yep, you got on the call. You got on the meditation. So, do we have any questions right now about anything? I taught the classes that happened yesterday. They were really good, very successful. The kids did a great job listening and following along. In fact, almost better than they do in their classes. And I think that has to do with the fact that they are not distracted by each other. So it was really, really actually better than I thought it would be. So
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
We did have some comment, there's one comment. I'm not sure if you're listening today. I can't remember who it was exactly. Was having some issues with audio. And I just wanted to let everyone know I did go back and double check the audio on the replays, and they were perfectly fine. So if you weren't able to hear us, I'm guessing that was on your end, because the audio recorded great, and we had other people on the Zoom that could hear and follow along. So please just, maybe make sure you're not muted, or rather the TV or whatever devices isn't on mute, so that you can hear.
Yeah.
But as far as I can tell, everything worked great. Thank you for
really well.
Oh, you're very welcome, Annie. Thanks for coming by and picking it up on time so that we didn't have to leave it out there all day.
Yeah, it was really windy yesterday too.
I had to put something heavy on it to make sure it didn't blow away.
Yeah.
And have you had a chance to try your MyZone out yet? Sometime we need to make. Realistically, you only need one of those windows open at all, right? So once you've gone on the webinar and then clicked on the Zoom button, technically you can just close the webinar window altogether. Mm-hmm. You don't need to have the webinar and the Zoom open at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's the same content.
Yeah. And if people are just watching the webinar, obviously not going to Zoom, they won't have a problem.
Yeah, if you're not planning on going to use the Zoom, then you can just stay on the
Mhm.
webinar. That's fine as well.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that we won't be able to see and correct anything if you do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got some shy people that aren't feeling good about the being on the video, but really everybody's been looking great. I don't expect anybody to be perfect. So just doing your best, you'll get encouragement, and whatever the kids are doing to keep up and to do their best is perfect. So
Annie was asking about the MyZone. So the MZ1 doesn't beep. That's the MZ3, because the MZ3 you can use without your phone, but for the MZ1, the one you bought, you have to have the phone app open, and you go to the workout screen, and it will show you a picture, like a graphic of whether or not it's synced to your heart rate monitor. And it's also how you can follow along to know what zone you're in.
yeah, so you'll need your phone close by for you to record your workout.
Yeah, just at least in the same room.
Yeah.
I've used the MZ1 at a gym and left my phone in the locker turned on. It was just sort of in the hall right next to where I was, and it still worked.
15 feet away.
Yeah, it was probably about 15, 20 max. But so it'd be like having your phone, if you're at the dojo, at the front of the dojo, and you're at the back of the dojo, it would probably still work.
Yeah, the MZ3 is the one that you don't really need your phone with you.
Yeah, that's the major difference between the two models.
Oh, and it also recharges. The MZ1 has batteries.
And Greg is saying, yeah, so if you have both the webinar and the Zoom call open at the same time and you have them both playing, your microphone will pick up your own speaker's sound and cause feedback. So you definitely want to turn off the sound on one of them and keep your, if you're on the Zoom call, it's usually a little better, but you want to keep your microphone muted so that, especially so that the picture doesn't keep switching to you, because everyone wants to see the instructor doing the instructions. Awesome. Yeah, give it a try. We'll look forward to seeing you in class. And if you have connection issues, the first thing I would check with the MZ1 is to make sure that the battery doesn't need replacing, because the MZ1 has a physical battery that you can take out and put a new one in. It's just like one of those, I don't know, watch batteries. Or
Yeah.
It's the little flat ones.
Hey, Rasheen. Hey, Bendeep, watching from Facebook.
Awesome. You guys are the only ones on Facebook now. Everyone else is on YouTube.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. We had some issues getting Facebook working today.
Yeah.
I tried to do a pre-recorded or a scheduled Facebook Live, and it didn't work out too well.
This one's working okay.
Yeah, this one I just did live like now.
Cool.
So
I'm glad that worked. Cool.
Any other questions? There's not a lot of upcoming stuff. We're still
Perfect. Thanks, Annie.
We're still in experiment mode this week for all the online classes, but please do give us some feedback. If you have any particular issues, let us know. You can always email me, milton@amadojo.com is the email address. And
sorry, did you need to finish your, I'm going to answer this question.
Sure.
So Debbie just asked, I did the MyZone fitness evaluation. It's in the app. I actually just did a combination of stride jumps and running on the spot. So what'll happen is you'll want to keep your phone close to with your app open while you're doing it, so you can see where your heart rate is, and you need to get your heart rate into the target percentage. So in the beginning, it's the gray zone, which is pretty easy. It's just like a slow, not too intense stride jump. And then you have to keep inclining. You have to go up, right? 50%, 60%, 70%, I think, is the green zone. And then or however that works, I can't remember. The purple zone is equivalent to our yellow zone, which is 80% or higher. So once you get towards the end of the 10-minute fitness eval, I was doing just very fast stride jumps, hands over the head. And if my calves got bothering me, I had one calf that was kind of feeling it. So I just did Running Man on the spot, making sure to use my arms. And that kept my heart rate, because if you dip below 80% in the purple zone, it won't count it. So you want to sustain at 80 or higher in that purple zone for the 2 minutes or whatever it is.
You don't want to go over either. So you have to stay in that range for yellow, what you would normally do for yellow. If you go into the red zone, it will disqualify your test.
Yeah, or if you go below.
It gives you a couple of chances. If you like dip just like once, I think it gives you 3 chances, and then your test is failed.
So what happened for me is, in the beginning, I was going into the 70 before I got the hang of it. So when it was in the gray zone, you just want to keep it in that 50 or 60%. I hit the green zone a little early because I wasn't sure what I was doing. And then I slowed down to drop back, and I realized what I was doing differently. So that was in the beginning. That doesn't affect your score or the validity of your test. Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was fine. You'll get the hang of it. You can always redo it.
Iron Fist.
Who's Iron Fist?
Hello, Iron Fist. Are you a student, or are you just a passerby? And we're happy that you love the channel.
You're welcome, Debbie.
Yeah,
it'll be a pretty quick. Like, I was going fast. Archer was behind me, and I was breathing so heavy, but I just was regulating my breath the way I do when my heart rate's up. And he was like, "Are you okay, Mom?" So it's a pretty high heart rate. I mean, it's not that bad. You've all been in there in that heart rate, no problem. You guys will have no problem. Who's HA?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, try and use your real name. Otherwise, we're not going to answer you.
Yeah.
And
then we've got HA.
Yeah, they're not students. That's okay.
They're just
yeah. That's very nice of you. Thank you. Yeah. So.
Yeah, just ignore them.
That's the problem with doing lives. You always get some people like that. Yeah, so the one thing I would mention about the fitness test is what they're really testing for at the end of all that is your heart rate recovery, right? So when you get to the end of that purple zone, then you'll notice on the test it has this black area. You really just do nothing. So the one thing I recommend, though, is that whatever position you're in for exercise, so if you're standing up, exercising, like stride jumps or something like that, then when you get to that black zone at the end, just stand and don't move, don't do anything. It's a 1-minute interval. If you're doing push-ups or something horizontal, then just stay horizontal. You can lay down on the floor, whatever, and don't move for 1 minute. And what they're measuring is that where your peak heart rate was, how long it takes at the end of that purple zone to drop as much as it can to the end of the black zone. And you're going to get a score based on that. And so what they're looking for healthy heart rate is at least a score of 20 points. Higher is a little bit, like the higher you go, the better. And then if you're hitting around 12 points or lower, then they consider that sort of an unhealthy heart.
Was she talking about the fitness eval?
Yes, before the tutorial. Rasheen, were you able to actually get into the class schedule? So if you were able to get into the schedule, then you don't have to go back and redo anything.
She
So-
said no.
No, you weren't able to get into the schedule. I'll take a look at your account. Probably, I might not be able to get to it before classes today, but I will take a look at it as soon as I can and get it fixed for you. Any other questions? And we still get in with the webinar link that we receive via email. Yes. Yeah. So just keep in mind, the webinar link that you received will get you into the live, and then you will receive another email once the live is finished and the video has been processed by the webinar company. They'll send you an email letting you know that the replay is available. Anything else? So we do have to get going. I actually have a class at 5, and we have to get to the dojo and get set up. So if there's nothing else, we will sign off. All right, guys. We will see you in classes later. Have a great evening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.